Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of Giggin with
I
Lynn.
can't.
The lovely Lynne
Just,
Versaci is here with us.
I just like to laugh. I don't know why. I just laugh.
She's not here to talk about anything. She's just here to laugh. That's
I'm
all.
just here to laugh. Welcome to Gigging with Lynn. We're just here to laugh.
There you go. There you go. So,
Well, other than music, laughter is the best medicine.
yes, I would
That's what
say
they
so.
say anyway. Well, I don't really know who they are, but they say it.
Yeah. Well, hey,
So
music,
I'm gonna.
laughter, beer, good food. Hey, that's what
I don't like beer. We'll go with
I know you don't like.
something else. I'll
He
go with
certainly
something
doesn't
else.
like bourbon, right? We found that out.
No, and Butch keeps trying to get me to drink the bourbon, but it burns my esophagus, so I really can't do it.
Now it's like 90 proof, right? So it's not surprising.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bastard. No wonder why he's trying to get me to drink it.
Yeah.
Figures. He's pure evil.
Yeah.
Butch Jones, if you're watching, you're pure evil.
I don't know if he's watching. You never know.
He's probably not watching. I'm going to send it
I
to
could have
him.
sworn he told me once that the only shows he ever watches the ones that he's on.
Son of a bitch. That's mean. That's evil.
Unless he was joking, but he did say that to me once, I think. So
Figures.
yeah.
Figures. Well, anyway, I don't know where the hell I've been, so I have this handy dandy
She's got her
calendar.
calendar, yes. So we do the show with Lynn once a month, every other month, something like that. Because Lynn goes to see lots of concerts and she works at a bunch of concert venues. So she usually has really good stories to tell. And since she seems to be too busy on Monday nights to join Hudson Valley Squares of late, this is another excuse to get her on the challenge. So Lynn, I'll turn it over to you. So dust your memory banks and let us know what you've seen since the last time we talked.
First of all, I'm never too busy on Monday nights. I mean, I am because of my planning board meeting, but I'm going to start doing Monday nights every other Monday. So if you just did it this past Monday,
Yep. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. Yep.
so I'm going to try to be on that one. So
Okay.
everybody's got to watch. I don't know what the hell you're going to talk about, but
Yeah, I haven't figured it out
um,
yet. So I'll be
yeah,
getting ready.
sometimes it's a topic that I really don't know shit about, so I don't go on because I'm like, I other than smiling and saying what's up to everybody, I really don't have anything to add. So
Understood.
I don't want to make people sit through a painful presentation of nothing.
Gotcha.
You know,
Speaking
if
of
that
painful, Lynn's got even more. Uh, yeah.
my my it's a it's a Phoenix Rising, and it's not done yet. He's gonna do it tomorrow, and he's gonna color that in, and then he's gonna have his claws holding a music note, and the tail's gonna wrap around. Then I think I'm gonna put my kid's name somewhere over here, and I don't know. I'm just going crazy, so I figured I might as well be all covered in ink. That's just the beginning. I
Okay.
have all these grandiose ideas, and I figured, why not? You only live once.
You only live once. Yep.
I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Not that there's many buses in my neighborhood.
There's not much of anything in that neighborhood. I don't hear
Well,
anything.
no, but there's lovely. I have to show you my neighborhood now. Look at the lovely trees in my neighborhood.
Ah, cool.
My
Nice.
dad planted those trees.
Nice. Nice.
He did.
Got
And
some
I
nice.
mowed the lawn, which is why I'm outside because my dogs are barking and I'm really hot, so I don't want to go inside. So that's why I'm outside. It's really lovely out, actually,
It
to be
is. Yeah,
honest
I
with you.
did my lawn today as well. So yeah, it is pretty nice out.
Um, I do want to start with, I think we did talk about us going to the dogs the last show.
I think so because yeah,
I think we did because I
we both
did
went the
see
same
them
night.
at City Winery. Yeah, I think we both kind of went that weekend. But my other big band that I saw, and I'll go down the Daryl's calendar, but I saw Queensryche
Oh,
at
right.
Irving Plaza with Marty Friedman, and holy shit! Of course, in true Lynn Jet City woman fashion, I'm against against the thing, the thing. And it was just, I mean, the stage was so small at Irving Plaza. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's teeny
Oh, yeah.
tiny, smaller than the Chance, actually. It is, and it's there all the stuff for three bands. And actually, I forgot who opened up for Marty Friedman, but they were really good, and the guy had a really great voice. I actually liked him. It wasn't I probably wouldn't buy their records, but I didn't mind sitting through it. When you go to a show and sometimes you're like, I can't get through this opening act. I'm gonna go to wherever else I gotta go, but I can't stay here. But it was good. Plus, I didn't want to lose my spot.
Can't lose your spot against the barricade right up in front of the stage. Yeah.
I did not want to lose my spot because I wanted to hear Todd sing. I wanted to hear the guys. And I wanted to see Marty Friedman. I was torn because my girlfriend Lisa went to a show in Long Island where they played first. And then she was a little annoyed because Marty Friedman said something nasty about Poughkeepsie, or the audience members. He was like, what do you think this is, Poughkeepsie? So I was like, oh, maybe he was just being a dork. She's like, and then she got me all hyped up and she got me all mad. So I'm like, who the hell is this Marty Friedman? I don't even like him now when I'm going to see him. Like I was so mad. And I'm like, maybe he's not going to say it. Sure as shit. He's like, what do you think this is, Poughkeepsie? And I'm like, like, what do you got against Poughkeepsie?
Of course, he only says that in New York, right? Because yeah.
Right. I mean, but either way, I was kind of annoyed because honestly, the crowd at Irving Plaza was crazy. It really was a lot crazier than any shows I've been to in Poughkeepsie. It's the city, for Pete's sakes,
Yeah.
For Pete's sakes.
My sake, yes.
I did it for your sake. Anyway, so I that was a really great show. And of course, like how could I say anything bad about Queensrÿche? How could I say anything bad about Todd La Torre? And the funny thing is that day we're waiting online and they wanted to get there really early. They're like, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts. My GPS got me lost to go to Dunkin' Donuts. It was like around the block. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm a hick. Whatever. I'm walking the pavement. Sure as shit, we finally find Dunkin' Donuts. They're arresting a guy who just trashed Dunkin' Donuts. He injured some people, threw garbage all over the floor. And my girlfriend and I just looked at each other. We were like, if your GPS was working, we would have been in that mess. So I would think it really was my parents that kind of saved me. Because whose GPS? And then like right after that, my GPS worked fine and we found the Starbucks. So I don't know. But I thought that was kind of
moral of the story: stay away from Dunkin' Donuts in New York City. You never know.
Moral of the story is don't go with just you and another girlfriend. Bring a dude if you're gonna go. But anyway, so my Daryl's house calendar is, I mean, every night that I work. So we had comedy night, which was okay. But we had a Stone Temple Pilots tribute band out of this world called Loungefly. Did you ever hear?
Yeah.
Really amazing band. Then I didn't work the Jay Prince show. I actually was home with the kids that night. We had a tribute to Motley Crue, Wild Side. They were unbelievable. We had a Yes tribute band.
Shame I missed that one.
I know you. Listen, I was on the Wild Side. I took a ride on the Wild Side. So, and it was, I made great money. And it was all chicks. And again, you're a married dude, so you don't care, but it was a great show. And they were really good. I know you don't think so, but they were.
I got nothing against, Motley Crue tribute bands or the band themselves. I just don't think, I wouldn't go see it, but I mean,
Anyway, and then the next day, Yes tribute band played.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, I think I like Yes. I'm pretty sure I like Yes. I think we did it. I think you and I did a review on Yes Records. I don't remember. Because again, I can't remember yesterday. And then of course they play every single song. I'm like, oh, I know this one. Oh, I know this one. And the guy I'm like serving at the bar, he's like, I thought you didn't even know Yes. I go, I didn't say I didn't know Yes. I said I wasn't really sure. I can't.
If you remember, like a bunch of years ago, we had a conversation about progressive rock, and you like, I don't know if I know prog, and I started naming some bands. You're like, I don't know if I know all those bands, and I named all these songs. You're like, oh, I know that one. Oh, I know that one. You're like, is that prog? I'm like, yes. I'm like, so
because I didn't. I just called it rock, like whatever. I don't know. Again, a dude made that name up. I don't know.
Probably.
I can't like whatever. I like what I like, but I didn't know because I can't name the songs. And Butch always gets mad at me. He's like, you don't like that band. Name 3 songs. And I'm like, I can hum you a few bars. I can't really name the songs, but either way, they were great. Then Nectar played. They were really good. I did not know who they were.
So I wasn't sure if you were at that show. So Nectar was the band that was supposed to headline Sea of Tranquility Fall Fest, if you remember.
Oh. So
and they didn't play. Remember the PA Blue and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. So.
Yes, I do remember the PA Blue. But no, I did not know. And they were very good.
They're awesome. They're really good.
I wouldn't go buy the record, but if you gave it to me, I would listen to it. And I wouldn't turn it off. But then again, I'm not really buying much of anything these days.
Mm.
When we had a Dave Matthews tribute band, they were unbelievable. You close your eyes, you thought it was Dave Matthews. He looked and sounded, and again, I'm not a huge Matthews fan, but they were unbelievable. Energy in the room was great. And then we had 2 nights of John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Oh wow, they've been around for a long time. Yeah.
They're so good. I mean, it was amazing. It was a sold out show both nights, and the guy's just the way he story tells is unbelievable. So he doesn't just sing; he tells stories about New York City back in the 70s and 80s. He tells stories about where they've been, how they got there. You know, just like you were sitting at a bar, me and you talking to Butch and talking about back in the day when we used to do certain things. He tells the stories before he does each song, like a little monologue. And some people are like, "Oh, he talks too much." I'm like, "No, I actually enjoy that because he tells you where he came from, how he got there, and he's so damn humble." Like, I
Yeah.
get it. All right. He's not playing the garden. I get it, whatever. But so what? He's played with everyone. Everyone knows him. He's on soundtracks. He's a
Yeah,
worldwide
his
musician.
shtick has always been he always kind of wanted to do like the kind of the Springsteen type thing about writing songs with lyrics about his childhood and growing up and about the area, the New York area, and all that kind of thing. And I
Yeah,
think
and he was really good at it. I
yeah,
mean, he really good at it. He did a great job. And then I was pissed about it, but I missed the Johnny Cash tribute band. I missed that. I didn't get to work that night. I was kind of a little upset. I heard they were great. They play there all the time. And then Chris Smither played. Do you know who Chris Smither is? He's this
no,
acoustic guitar guy.
no,
I was like, where did this guy come from? He was really good. Again, I think it's like almost like a Woodstock radio kind of guy,
okay, okay.
but he was amazing. And then we had the Mighty Plowboys. They were playing all Irish music. That was great. Then we had our guys, Patrick James from this town. He played great. Then we had 3 nights tribute to the Eagles. And if you remember, a year ago, I was actually taken to an Eagles show on my birthday. It was a surprise at USB Arena. Telling you again, you close your eyes and it was a really close second. Guy's voice was unbelievable. You were like,
And
they are
the funny
back
thing
at the
is, long
USB.
after the Eagles retire and we never see them play ever again, a band like that will continue to play and pack them in everywhere they go and probably sound just as good as you remember the Eagles sounding.
It really did. It sounded that good. And it was, again, sold out 3 nights, packed house,
Yeah.
people not wanting to leave. And I tell you that the vibe I'm getting from working all these shows, and people are like, oh, because a lot of people are like, I'm not going to see a tribute band. I'm not going to see a tribute band. Well, why? If you can't get tickets to the real band or they're just too expensive, because again, shows are $200, $400, $300, and you really like the music, why not go have a nice dinner, see me behind the bar, and you know, just check out the tribute bands because some of them are really amazing. I
Yeah.
get it. Some of them suck and some of them sound like garage band kind of people, but the bands that these guys get they're just really, really great. And then we had a tribute to U2. Again, not a U2 fan. I'm always going around saying, I hate U2. I can't stand U2. I don't even like these guys. Fucking, here's me making the drinks, singing every song that came on. And I'm like, how the hell do I know this? Like, is somebody subliminally playing this shit in my head when I'm
They had a
sleeping?
million hits. So, I mean, yeah, it's
I
you know
know, but
your
again,
song.
I wasn't a radio girl. Where the hell did I hear it? I must have heard it somewhere.
MTV, other people
Maybe
playing it.
that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that was it.
YouTube is everywhere for
I
some,
forgot. You know what? I'm that fucking old. I'm that old for MTV.
and I'm older than you. So, yeah.
I just had a birthday, so I don't want to talk about it. I stopped counting at 39, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right.
And then we had Nirvana played. They
Nirvana.
were, swear to God, these
Is that
guys,
a Nirvana tribute band?
I'm dead. Yes, they were so freaking unbelievable, dude. And they had merch, and they were selling like hotcakes. People were like online at a real true Nirvana tribute. They were online at a real concert and they were selling merch like there was no tomorrow. They were giving away these necklaces with guitar picks that said Nirvana. Some dude played and he was on the road with him. He was actually the merch guy. And he played with, and I forgot, some band. It's a metal band, and they wear masks. And he showed me his tattoos, and he's like, and then he's like, yeah, you can't tell. I took a picture with him, but he's like, you can't post that because we're not allowed to take the masks off. God, for the life of me, I forgot who it was. But he's like, yeah, I've toured all over. I'm like, okay.
Is it a famous band? Is it Ghost?
No,
No.
it wasn't Ghost, and I don't remember. I got the picture of the guy. I'll send it to you personally.
Mushroom Head, maybe.
I don't know, but
I don't
he
know
was
any of the
very nice.
bands that wear. I don't know any of the bands that wear masks other than those two bands.
Oh yeah, he wore a mask. He showed me pictures. I was like, that's creepy.
Wow.
It was a little creepy as I get Mudvayne tickets for my birthday. Talk about creepy.
There you
But
go.
I was very happy. Lisa got me Mudvayne tickets for my birthday. I was like, oh my God. Because I haven't seen them in God, it's been years. So I'm pretty happy about that. But so they played. Then we had the Red Knot Chili Peppers
Okay.
from California. Unbelievable. Great musicians. I think a couple of the guys playing, they jam with some people that tour and stuff like that. And again, a lot of these guys that come out from LA or they come out from NOLA or they come out from Nashville, they're really great musicians. And they do play with people that tour that are in, national acts or whatever. And they're really, really great. Then we have the Nerds, right? They're a band
Oh
that
yeah, they've been
plays
around
in the
forever. Yeah.
tri-state area for what, 30 years? Again, they pack the place. It's insane how
I've seen them pack huge rooms down at the Jersey Shore so many times. They're really big down there. Yeah,
they're still packing the house. They're
yeah,
still packing the house.
it's
I'm
amazing.
kind of bummed. I did miss Tiffany. Tiffany played, and I had to work another event somewhere else. And actually, I think it was opening night at Renegade Stadium.
Okay,
I think that's what it was. It was a night Tiffany played, and Scott Cogan plays drums for Tiffany. And I guess that night, I was told that they did like a little, because John Regan passed away. He was the bass
yeah.
player.
I wanted you to say a little something because
Yeah,
I only met him once or twice, but I know you knew him very well. If you want to say a few things about John,
yeah.
people know who John Regan was.
John Regan was. I don't want to get teary eyed or get upset, but he grew up. He lived in my town, and he was the most amazing bass player, humble guy, a true gentleman. He loved my father, loved my mother. He was a Italian. He had dual citizenship in Italy. He toured all over the world. He had this thing on social media where he would do like play Frank Sinatra and all that stuff and share all these Italian songs. So, I would love that. He would bounce ideas back and forth from me. He just, I mean, when you talk about salt of the earth, right? This guy was that. And again, he played with Ridley's Comet. He played with Todd Howarth and Pat Gasparini. He played with Ace. He played with Peter Frampton, and
Frampton, many years, yeah.
and Peter and Ace were at the wake. They were at the wake. They showed up and in true gentleman fashion. They did what was right, and they showed up for their friend, and it was really amazing. So yeah, that night, Scott, I heard, did like a little thing backstage and kind of paid their respects. They did like a moment of silence, which I thought was really cool for him to do and for all of them to do because of people that actually couldn't make it. No, actually, I wasn't working the Renegades. That was actually the night of his wake. That's what that was. That was actually the night of John's wake. But you couldn't get a better, more humble, true gentleman in the sense of the word who was a rock star. And every time someone said he was a rock star, no, no, no. He would never ever in a million years say I'm a rock star. He just didn't think along those lines. He was like, no, I'm just a guy who loves music, or I'm just a guy who loves to play, or um and I saw him a few nights before he passed. We were at another friend of his, ours, wake. And that night, he gave me the biggest compliment, and which he did actually several times, was he absolutely adored his family and his wife. And he said to me, you're like my Kathy. He's like, there's not many of you out there. You're a once in a lifetime kind of woman. And I just, because him and I have talked about everything that's kind of gone on in my life lately. And it made me sad. I went home and I actually cried that night that he wasn't gone, because to put me on a pedestal that he had his wife on, because she is an amazing woman, just made me feel like a really good human being, that this man has toured the world is telling me that, well, I'm a once in a lifetime, made me really feel special. But that's just what John did. He made everybody feel special when you were talking to him. We'd go to breakfast every morning at the airport. I mean, in the weekends, every morning you see him there with his friends. Every morning I'm there, you give a casual wave, you give a hug. He supported the community, and we're going to do something really great for him here in our town. So I'll let you know when that is, because maybe actually the Tranquility people can come, and maybe we could even do a little show from it or something,
Cool. Okay, let me know.
So rest in peace, my friend. I love you. And to anyone that knows John out there, you know what I'm talking about, how an amazing person he was, and a great bass player. He just had a love for music. The next night I did go to see Orleans.
Fun band.
Actually, they killed it. They were unbelievable. I worked the show. And again, I'm working all these shows, right? Like the only shows I'm going to see are metal shows that I'm actually going out to see. But the shows that come to my bar, I'm really thankful that they're there, because they were stellar. Really great performance. Then we had the Smithereens just played.
Wow. The name from the past.
Guess who sang? Marshall Crenshaw.
Really?
Wow. So freaking good. And I'm there. And this was just last week, he played on April 20th. And I'm like, and again, I'm singing the Smithereen songs from MTV, being my dorky self and singing. Marshall Crenshaw's voice is so beautiful, and it's not aged at all. And then I'm talking to him at the end of the night, and I'm taking a picture with him, and I'm like, so, where do you call home? And he's like, Rhinebeck, right up the street. I'm like, what? We're neighbors.
So he's a local guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I'm kind of your neighbor. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So he's like, yeah, I guess for his kids, they wanted to move somewhere where the schools were good. Because I imagine he probably came from the city, although I don't know that to be true.
Yeah.
He seemed like a city dude. I don't know. But yeah, just a great guy. And his vocals were unbelievable. And everyone that was there that night was just in awe. Because the Smithereens singer, right, passed away.
Yeah.
So I guess they get him, and I was trying to look it up. I was trying to get oh, my friend just texted me. He's like, don't forget you worked Goose at the Capitol Theater on March 10th. I did. I worked Goose, and they're interesting. They were a really great band. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so let me just get off the Marshall Crenshaw topic for a minute and go Goose at the Capitol Theater. They are, I don't even know how to describe them. They had this whole orchestral, and they bring different musicians on every time they play. The lighting was amazing. They're kind of like Grateful Dead meets newer rock, kind of Beacon people, like the hipster kind of crowd.
People
like
probably watching this go, what are you talking about, Beacon people? It's like, well, like the town here, yeah.
It's like a hipster crowd.
Yeah.
But they were fucking on. They were so good. I mean, I'm there and I'm doing security, and and I'm not overly nice when I do security. I mean, I'm pleasant, but because I'm short, I have to be a little mean. So they listen to me.
Sit down in the fucking seat, you in front, aisle E.
I can be mean. I can be very mean and persuasive. Although really I'm not mean. They just listen to me for some reason. They probably feel bad. They're probably like, oh, they have a little person working. We better be nice to her. She's gonna kick us in the shins.
Probably, yeah.
But no, they were actually a really good band. I actually implore all of you to go online, go onto Goose's website, and just check out a song.
How do you spell that? Goose,
Goose, Goose.
Okay, well, I have to ask, right? Because it could have some weird G-U-Z or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I thought they were good. Again, is it something that I would go out and buy? No. It's something that I wouldn't turn on, but it's something I won't turn off if you have it on. That's the best way to describe it, And I did go see somebody at the Chance, although I don't remember who it was.
Did you go to Striper?
I didn't go to Striper. No, I missed Striper.
Yeah,
I know I was actually, I had tickets. I actually had passes to go see Pat Benatar.
Oh, okay.
Play. And both my kids said, Mom, let's go out to dinner. And I don't get a lot of time with my kids because I'm working 7 days a week. I'm running a campaign. Yes, I'm running for office. And they're older now. And so she works 2 jobs. He's working and going to school. We don't all get to, I mean, yeah, we sleep under the same roof most nights. But when they look at me at 17 and 19 and they say, hey, can we go out to dinner and dress up and go out and then come home and watch a movie? Like, I like, I'm sorry, I can't use the passes. Like, I just couldn't. And my love for Pat Benatar and Neil. Like, I love them. So Pat and Neil, if you're watching, I'll gladly take tickets to any other show you want to take me
in the future.
In the future, or if they want to fly me somewhere, I'd be more than happy. No, but I spent the night with my kids. We had a really great night out and dinner, and then we came home, watched a movie, and snuggled. So when a 17 and 19-year-old ask you to do that, I just couldn't say no. They had to come first.
Yeah, I hear it.
Over my love for music, my kids are number one. It's just the way it is. But let's see. Marshall Crenshaw, that was good. Then we have the Double Vision, the Farner Experience.
Oh, okay, cool.
They were great. They were an unbelievable band. Yeah, they were really, really good. Then the next night, actually, it was funny because that Friday night, I was slammed busy behind the bar. It was a crazy night. People were actually drinking in excessive amounts and getting rowdy, right? Getting crazy. And I'm just thinking, for Farner? Like, really? Okay. So I just went with it and I'm, doing my thing and I'm singing and dancing and I'm making everybody have a great time. And the next night, I have Back in Black, AC/DC. I'm like, oh my God, I turned, well, I'm not going to say what I turned, but my birthday was at midnight. So I'm like, my boss is like, if you want off. And I'm
39.
Like, 29, right. My boss is like, if you want off on your, the night before your birthday, it's all right. You don't have to come in. I'm like, no, are you kidding me? It's AC/DC. It's music. It's metal. I'm working that show. It's going to be packed. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a crazy night off the hook. It paled in comparison to the Friday night at Foreigner People.
Well, maybe it had to do with the Friday night type of thing. Yeah.
No, usually our Saturdays are way more crowded, but I'm telling you, it blew me out of the water. And not that it wasn't a good night, but the people that went were a lot older than the Foreigner crowd, which I was shocked about. Right?
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, people came to that show that if I saw them on the street and you bet me $1,000 if they knew any AC/DC songs or if they listened to them or if they would go see them live, I would say no way. I would actually have said no way to many people that were there. I was shocked. But they were great. They were really unbelievable. Again, you close your eyes. That guy had his voice to a T. To a T. And they were called, what the hell were they called? Back in Black. The true AC/DC experience. And I'm not kidding. If anyone out there, if they're ever coming to your town, I implore you to go see them. You close your eyes and you literally thought you were at a show.
I'm trying to think if that was the AC/DC tribute band that Steve Keeler had at Orange County Speedway a couple summers ago, or was that Thunderstruck? I don't remember.
I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember. I went for a little while. I can't remember what they were called, but I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know, but this guy's voice, his wife sat at my bar and then they said happy birthday, which I was nice. And then we did a birthday shot, because in true rock and roll fashion, even though I don't drink, I had to do a shot.
I was going to say.
Well, in my defense, it was given to me. I couldn't turn it down.
Right. And then you were hammered after that one shot, right?
I was God, I'm such a lightweight. I was like, woo, it's going out. They're like, what? We're going to bed. I'm like, oh, all right. I guess I'll go home. But yeah, I don't know who they were. I don't know. But that singer, I'm telling you, the singer's wife was at the bar with me and she was like, yeah, he's been doing this a long time. I'm like, he really could tour. Like, I mean, not that they don't, but I mean, like, if AC/DC needed a new singer, he could literally, just like Todd LaTorre, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Queensryche needed a singer. They heard him sing. It was like, hey, wait, this guy kind of sounds familiar.
And it worked.
AC/DC needs a singer. This guy could go. Foreigner needs a singer. That guy could go. It's Dave Matthews needs a singer. This guy could
Dave,
go.
Dave Matthews Band needs a new band leader. There you go, right?
But yeah, that's it. And I honestly thought that I'd been to more places than that. And I think I kind of have, but I really forgot because I have to start writing them down or take ginkgo biloba.
Write them down. I don't think that ginkgo biloba stuff works.
You don't think so? I
No,
think
I
I
don't
heard
think
it.
so.
Why? Why don't you think so?
I don't think so. There's nothing proven that says take this and your memory gets better. I don't know.
Well, there's things that improve your memory. I know it is. It's this mushroom, lion's mane. I heard that. I'm serious. It's like $20 for a small little piece of mushroom.
What do you do? Just take little bits and pieces off of it and just
I
eat it?
don't know.
But throw it in your salad, make a pasta sauce with it. What do you do with it?
I don't know. But they're cooking lion's mane. I know it's very expensive because I know I went to some kind of outdoor thing and they were selling like meats and cheeses and they had lion's mane and it was so expensive. I was like, yeah, no.
Well, I love
Although
mushrooms. I would give it a try. I love mushrooms.
I do too. I don't like the bad mushrooms though.
Well, no, I used to love those back in the day, not anymore.
It's so funny because a friend of mine lives in Nola and he told me about, oh yeah, me and my friends made tea with the mushrooms. So if you ever come visit, I'm like, No, thank you. I'm going to take my water bottle and I'm not going to leave it open near
So they
any of
make
you.
tea with those mushrooms?
Yeah.
Because those
Yeah.
don't taste very good.
Well, I would imagine they don't taste good. They don't feel good. I don't even know what it feels like, nor do I
Yeah.
want to know. I guess that's, a long, strange trip it's been.
Yes, that's probably a conversation for another day. But
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I'm too much of a control freak. Let's face it. I just am. I need to be in complete control all the time.
I hear you. I hear you.
Well, not all the time, but most of the time.
As much as possible, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, I will write it down. I will be back on Sea of Tranquility when I have a minute.
Okay.
Before it gets dark, I'm going to take my electric lawnmower that has a headlight on it, and I'm going to finish mowing my yard.
Okay. Well, you do that. And
Unless I have any takers. If I have anybody that wants to come mow my yard.
now that you asked, there's going to be all sorts of comments on this video saying, Lynn, I will come mow your lawn.
No.
I live in Alaska, but I will be there in 5 days. Trust me.
Listen, if they live in Alaska, they're probably really nice. I heard people in Alaska are very nice.
I don't know. I've never met anybody from Alaska. But there's a reason. I think there's a reason why Bryce always goes to Alaska, probably because the people are really nice. Bryce knows nice, right? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Does he go to Alaska all the time?
He goes to Alaska a lot, yeah. Gotta be a reason for it, right?
Now I'm totally messaging him after we get off this. So tell me, give me the goods with Alaska.
Yeah, what's up with Alaska, man? Come on. I know they got
Actually,
a lot of
it's on my bucket list because my dad actually in the Korean War was stationed in Alaska.
Oh, okay.
He was in Anchorage and he was a cook for the generals. So I actually do want to go there.
My parents went a few years ago. It was the last trip they did before they decided they really can't go on trips anymore because they're too old. And they really liked it. So I would like to go these days.
I want to go. I want to go in the summer. Is it warmer in the summer or is it just always cold?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't
All
know.
right,
I think it's probably cold. It's
day.
probably cold most of the year there, but I think the summers are a little better, I guess.
Yeah, I think I want to go in the summer. I don't like to be cold.
Yeah.
I'm almost over this winter stuff in New York.
Well, our winters haven't been that bad, so
They really haven't been, but if I can get a cabin somewhere in like Tennessee, that would be good, near a lake.
You ever been to Nashville? You ever been to Nashville?
No, I have not. It's on my bucket list.
Fun town.
My sister wanted to take me for my birthday, but because I was doing this whole campaign thing, I thought maybe I probably should stay around town for a little while.
I hear you. Nashville's fun. Good food.
Yeah.
Good music. A lot of good music.
Well, I know that because
it's fun.
You know what's funny is that every tour I ever worked in 30 years of doing music, from the Orange County Speedway at 18 on, every tour that came through, most of the guys that were on the tour either were from or moved to Nashville.
Nashville, yeah.
I'm saying a good 80% of them. I'm not saying they don't live elsewhere, but a lot of them all lived in Nashville or around, or and I just thought, man, if well, I gotta go, you know.
Music
I
City,
probably,
USA, right? Yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
I'm like, I probably would go there and be like, oh, hey, I remember you.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to go there. I don't know. I may move there if I go. That's the trouble.
You might
I
like
may
it too
never
much.
want to come back.
Yep.
Not that it's a bad thing. I just have a few more years of my kids, then I can move anywhere I want. So
Yeah, because they're going to be out in their own before you know it.
I know. And then I don't want to stay with just me and the dogs. It's kind of, then, I got to get a dog sitter and I got to wait a few more years.
I know. I got 3
But
dogs.
yes,
I know what that's all about.
I know I love your dogs, even though I never met them, but I've seen them. Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on again, Lynn. And
I wish everyone well. I hope everyone says a prayer for my friend John that passed. And remember him and his music
absolutely,
and
we will.
all that stuff.
As it gets darker by the second and behind Lynn there, I know because it's dark out here where I'm at.
It
I'm
does.
only about 15 minutes from where she is. So
Let me tell you something. I literally mowed my lawn at 9 o'clock like 2 weeks ago. It was 9 o'clock at night and I'm mowing the lawn. Whatever.
whatever.
Okay.
It's cooler then. So yeah.
It's 8 o'clock. I can do that in 15 minutes, finish up, and still make it to the gym.
See, there you go. Very cool. Very good.
Well, have a good night, everybody, or
Yes.
day, depending on where you're watching or what time of day you're watching.
It'll be all different stuff. So yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. This other episode of Giggin with Lynn. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Hopefully, we'll see Lynn on the Hudson Valley Squares in 2 weeks. Until then,
you will. We need to pick a good episode.
I'm going to pick a good topic. It'll you follow our thread over the next day or two. I'm going to tell her.
Yes.
So
awesome. All right.
Lynn Versaci, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.